Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here, welcome back to the railway, and it's October time, which means it's time for more model railway news. And today I'm coming at you with all the latest 00 gauge news, so sit back and I hope you enjoy it. The first thing comes from Hornby and the Engine Shed blog. So we're all familiar with Hornby's A1 and A3 locomotive models. They've been in the range for years and overall they're pretty good. Well, this year Hornby created a lot of interest when they announced that a new version of the A1 and A3 was to be manufactured. Now, bear in mind these are not retooled models, but they are updated and changed significantly. So I believe they're going to have LEDs put into the firebox so that you've got the modern LED flicker. And the most important update is the fact that instead of the previous plastic running plates, the models are being upgraded now to have metal ones. And up until, well, this month really, we've only just heard this described from Hornby. We haven't actually seen anything physical yet. Until now, because they've shared these photos. These are early samples of the upgrades. So the running plate doesn't look much different, which I guess is a good thing because it's not really the looks that were the problem to start with, it was the lightweight. But as you can see, it looks just as nice and sharp as the old one did, except now of course it will weigh much more and produce a lot more pulling power. Now, I wasn't aware of Hornby having made any changes to the rest of the bodywork, but if you look up close, or as close as you can from these photos, it does seem as though there are a number of improvements to the bodywork. I mean, you can't see the join across the top of the boiler anymore. That was really noticeable on the last A3s I looked at from Hornby, where the two halves of the body were joined together. And you can't see that anymore on the samples, so hopefully they've upgraded other areas of the model, and hopefully that will make it worth the new and much higher price tag. So awesome to see some updates on the A1s and A3s again after all these years. Really can't wait to see what the next sample looks like, hopefully with some decoration. This month we're really spoiled for product updates and developments. The next one comes from Rapido Trains, who have shared this very interesting video all about their new 16-inch Hunslet locomotives in 00 gauge. So more specifically what we're seeing here is the first operating sample. Not only does it look pretty lovely in the close-ups, and it certainly does, take a look at this, this is the cab of course. When that thing is all painted up, that is going to look absolutely mint, isn't it? But they've also put great emphasis on how much this loco can pull. I mean, here it is in the video hauling, I think they counted up to 26 wagons in the end, which is not too bad for a loco of this size. So it's great to see that those Rapido engines are progressing. Can't wait until those come out, because I've not looked at much Rapido stuff in the past. In fact, I think it is only the J70, but it certainly blew the other manufacturers out the water in terms of detail and features and quality as well. So as long as these are the same, fantastic models, cannot wait to see those come out. Over the last few months we've been seeing a lot of photos of Dapol's latest large prairie samples, which have been making people drool, quite frankly, because they look so good. Well, there's been a delivery update on these. The latest estimated, at least, arrival date for the large prairies is going to be November 2021, which means these models could be with us in around a month's time, maybe even less. So here's what the Dapol newsflash said about it. It says the models have shipped from China, but because of all these shipping issues and problems that are going on at the moment, there's no way to say exactly when they're going to arrive, but they say their best guess is early November. So that's really good to see. Even if they are a little bit late, it should mean that they're with us for Christmas, which is even better. So I'm sure I've showed these samples before, but just for the sake of it, here's another look at the decorated samples. They really do look wonderful. And if you are interested in picking up one of these lovely models, I will include an affiliate link down in the description. And of course, once they come out and once I've managed to get my hands on an example, I will be doing a full review on it, so we'll find out what it's like, see what the quality is like, and of course more importantly see whether they're any better than the Hornby Large Prairie. So that's very exciting. Dapol Large Prairies should be with us pretty soon. There has also been yet another new product announced this month, yet again by Accurascale, and it's certainly not what anyone was expecting, I don't think. So it's a very unusual prototype this time. It is the children wagons, and they're producing these in 00 gauge, incredibly early wagons. Apparently they're dated back to 1820, so very much era one, if that's something you're interested in. And of course, with such an unconventional shape and such an unconventional design, comes a few unconventional features in the model as well. well. So these are going to have a die-cast chassis, which is quite unusual for coaches and wagons, but in this case it's probably quite important because they are very small and they'd probably be quite unstable if they didn't have a good amount of weight. They're also not designed to be coupled together using NEM couplings. They're going to use a much more realistic magnetic chain link design, apparently, because that will be much finer and much more realistic than having comparatively gigantic NEM couplings on there. They are, however, going to be using some sort of NEM design to allow you to couple these wagons to a loco or something, so obviously they have thought this through. Yeah, really going to be interesting to see how they've employed these magnetic couplings. They also advertise some pretty high specs, including 5 different body designs with 3 different types of wheels to choose from, and they're going to have wire handrails and quite a few metal or plastic separately fitted parts. And to buy these, they are going to be available in packs of 3. I think there's around 10 different packs on offer, so there's a lot to choose from. And the price at the retailers is going to be £44.99 for a pack of 3, which works out at around £14.99 per wagon. So certainly not cheap for just a 9-gram wagon, but knowing Accurascale and knowing how much detail they like to put into their models, these could well be worthwhile, and regardless, they're certainly going to be unique. So if you're interested in Era 1 and you'd like to have some suitable wagons for your Era 1 locos, this is definitely something to watch. So tooling is complete according to their website, with delivery estimated to be in Q2 2022, and like I say, there's lots to choose from, about 10 different packs on offer, and I'll pop some affiliate links down below if you're interested. Next up then, Heljan have announced quite a range of locomotives which have been previously produced by them but are now coming back into their range. So there's 4 in total that I'm going to talk about. The first one is the Class 17, as you can see here, in 6 different liveries, and some of them are new as well, not seen before. Now this is not really a locomotive I can recommend. If you've seen my review, you might know why. Unless it's been upgraded. Heljan haven't said whether or not they've been upgraded, but I'd certainly be interested to know. And the new price from the retailers is £152.15, so it sure is a lot of money. The next loco is one that I haven't actually tried before, so I couldn't say what it was like, but it is the Class 14, which is a very interesting looking design, as you can see. 5 different liveries with this one. Again, seems very expensive. It's got the same price of £152.15. For an even smaller loco than the Class 17, I would wonder what sort of features it's got to justify that price, but if that's something you'd like to see me check out, then do comment down below and I will consider it. Loco number 3 from Heljan is one that I've tried before. It is the Class 07, which is generally quite a decent loco. The level of detail absolutely stunning, and once again there are lots of cool liveries on offer. Some of them I don't recognise, so these may be new to the model again. Same price, yet again it's £152.15. Again, that does seem an awful lot of money for the little tiny Heljan 07. Here's a little shot of it from the review. Yeah, great loco, not worth 150 quid in my opinion. And then the last announcement is possibly the most interesting. It's certainly the one that I'm most interested in getting. It is the MIM rail bus. Definitely the most unusual looking of the bunch. Again, some really cool looking liveries, great variation in the liveries as well. Would love to know what these are like, but yet again, guess what the price is? £152.15 at the retailers. So is that Heljan's pricing now? Just throw the same price tag on every model regardless of its shape, size or age? I don't know. But yeah, interesting to see how these turn out. If you pick up any of these models when they arrive, do let me know how you get on. Next up then, a little bit of an update from Oxford Rail, because it's been almost 3 years since the release of their very, very successful N7 locomotive. And here's the one I reviewed all those years ago, such a lovely model. Well, this month we're actually seeing a brand new N7 for the first time in quite a while. It's this one, the BR Black version with the depot embellishments, which means we've got quite a bit of extra decoration than you'd usually expect to see on a traditional BR Black loco. So you've got extra lining, extra paintwork here and there, just makes what would be a sort of ordinary looking BR Black loco look so much cooler and so much more unique. So these are still available for less than £100 at the retailers, which is fantastic. £98 currently from Hatton's. Now how rare is that these days? Pretty darn rare. So if you're interested in that, again, links down in the description. I have got one of these to review, so hopefully I'll be doing that pretty soon. Stay tuned for that. So we'll finish off this episode by hearing from you guys. So this month's poll came from my video about the Bachmann versus Hornby hull class, which was a fun video to make actually. It was a detailed look at the two different models. I showed the pros and cons of each of them, and if you want to check out the video, I'll put up a link in the top right now. I finished the video by asking you guys which of the two models, Hornby or Bachmann, you thought was the best. And here is the poll result. As you can see, 78% chose Hornby, which is quite interesting actually, because of course it doesn't look as good as the Bachmann with its slightly poorer decoration, but possibly people prefer that model because of its superior performance. So quite an interesting insight into what people look for and value in a model. Yeah, something to bear in mind in the future. Anyway, that is it for this edition of the Model Railway News. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, if there's any news that I've missed that you think deserves a mention, do comment it down below and I will consider it for next month. For now though, you look after yourselves, have a great month, happy modelling, and I'll see you very, very soon with some more videos. Alright, cheers folks, take care. Hello there everybody, No. Hello there. No. Something's happened to my voice.